Top 10 actors who hate their own movies. Even the biggest stars in Hollywood sometimes wish they could erase certain films from their resumes. From creative disappointments to moral dilemmas, these actors have openly expressed regret about roles that didn't meet their expectations. In this video, we'll explore the fascinating stories behind 10 actors who surprisingly hated their own movies. Whether it's a career misstep or a lesson learned, these tales reveal a more human side of our favorite stars. Let's dive in. Christopher Plummer. Christopher Plummer, an Oscar-winning actor celebrated for his illustrious career, often expressed disdain for one of his most iconic roles, Captain Von Trapp in The Sound of Music. Despite its status as a beloved classic, hailed as one of the greatest musicals in cinematic history, Plummer candidly referred to the film as awful, sentimental, and gooey. He even nicknamed it The Sound of Mucus, a tongue-in-cheek jab at its saccharine nature. Plummer's frustration stemmed from the character he portrayed. Captain Von Trapp, a strict father-turned-devoted family man and singer, was, in his view, far too one-dimensional. This dissatisfaction led him to resist participating in cast reunions for years, maintaining a deliberate distance from the film's enduring popularity. It wasn't until 2010 that he relented, joining his former castmates for an appearance on The Oprah Winfrey Show, a testament to the film's cultural longevity and Oprah's persuasive charm. Beyond his critique, Plummer remained a towering figure in Hollywood, recognized for his versatility and depth as an actor. Over his career, he performed in a diverse array of roles, from Shakespearean characters to contemporary dramas. Winning his first Oscar for Beginners at the age of 82, he proved that his talent only sharpened with time. This accomplishment also made him one of the oldest actors ever to win an Academy Award, solidifying his legacy as a legend in the entertainment industry. Plummer's candidness about The Sound of Music has fascinated fans and critics alike, adding an intriguing layer to his public persona. While he maintained respect for the film's production quality and acknowledged its universal appeal, his personal dissatisfaction highlighted the complex relationship actors can have with their work. This duality, a mix of professional pride and personal critique, set Plummer apart as an artist unafraid to voice his truth. Though he passed away in 2021 at the age of 91, Christopher Plummer's legacy remains rich and multifaceted. He is remembered not only for his legendary performances but also for his honesty and depth as an actor, qualities that continue to inspire generations in the world of cinema. Mark Wahlberg. Mark Wahlberg, a charismatic actor known for his versatility, has built a career filled with memorable performances, from gripping action films to heartfelt dramas. However, even the most seasoned stars occasionally take on projects they later regret. For Wahlberg, that regret was The Happening, a 2008 thriller directed by M. Night Shyamalan. The film, which centers around a mysterious phenomenon causing mass suicides, aimed to be a chilling ecological cautionary tale but ended up being widely ridiculed for its implausible plot and stilted dialogue. Wahlberg's role as a mild-mannered science teacher, Elliot Moore, was a significant departure from his typical tough guy persona. While the idea of branching out into more nuanced roles might have seemed appealing, the execution left much to be desired. The film was critically panned, earning a dismal 17% rating on Rotten Tomatoes, and Wahlberg has openly admitted that it was a misstep in his career. In fact, he once remarked that Amy Adams, who declined a role in the movie, dodged a bullet. One of the most parroted aspects of The Happening was Wahlberg's overly earnest delivery of certain lines, which became an easy target for internet memes and late-night comedy sketches. Saturday Night Live famously spoofed his performance, creating the now iconic Mark Wahlberg Talks to Animals skit. Despite the backlash, Wahlberg's good humor about the whole ordeal shows his ability to take criticism in stride and maintain a level-headed perspective on his career. It's worth noting that Wahlberg's regret over The Happening hasn't overshadowed his many successes. From critically acclaimed films like The Departed and The Fighter to crowd-pleasing hits like Ted and Daddy's Home, he has proven his range as an actor. He's also a savvy businessman, with ventures spanning fitness, fashion, and fast food, solidifying his place as one of Hollywood's most bankable stars. Looking back, Wahlberg's reflection on The Happening serves as a reminder that even A-list actors can make questionable career choices. Yet, these missteps are often what make their journeys more relatable. Wahlberg's willingness to acknowledge his flaws and laugh at his own misjudgments demonstrates not just his professionalism, but also his authenticity. It's a rare quality in an industry often obsessed with perfection, and it's one of the reasons why fans continue to root for him. Hugh Grant. Hugh Grant, a quintessential leading man in romantic comedies, has charmed audiences worldwide with his sharp wit, self-deprecating humor, and impeccable timing. Films like Notting Hill, Love Actually, and Four Weddings and a Funeral have cemented his status as a rom-com icon. However, one project Grant deeply regrets is 9 Months, a 1995 romantic comedy that he took on long before his career became synonymous with the genre. Grant's dissatisfaction with 9 Months isn't rooted in the quality of the film or his performance, but rather its association with 20th Century Fox, a studio owned by media magnate Rupert Murdoch. In 2011, following the infamous phone hacking scandal involving Murdoch's newspaper News of the World, Grant became one of the most vocal critics of Murdoch's empire. His moral objection to the unethical practices exposed during the scandal led him to disown any connection to Murdoch's businesses, including 9 Months. The film itself was a commercial success, with Grant delivering a charming performance as Samuel Faulkner, a man grappling with unexpected fatherhood. However, the movie's light-hearted nature and mainstream appeal starkly contrasted with Grant's strong convictions years later. His regret over participating in a Murdoch-associated project underscores the tension between artistry and personal ethics, a dilemma many in Hollywood face but few address as candidly as Grant. Beyond this regret, Grant has shown tremendous evolution as an actor. After stepping away from rom-coms in the late 2000s, he reinvented himself with darker, more complex roles in films like Cloud Atlas and Florence Foster Jenkins. His Emmy-nominated performance in the miniseries A Very English Scandal showcased his depth and versatility, earning widespread acclaim. Grant's candidness about his career choices and his principled stand against media corruption have only added to his reputation as a thoughtful and genuine artist. While 9 Months may be a footnote in his otherwise illustrious career, it serves as a reminder of the difficult choices actors often face in balancing their professional and personal values. Hugh Grant's journey from romantic lead to outspoken advocate and versatile performer illustrates the depth behind the charm, making him a truly compelling figure in modern cinema. Woody Allen. Woody Allen, a prolific filmmaker known for his neurotic humor and deeply introspective storytelling, has a storied career marked by numerous critical successes. Among his most acclaimed works is Manhattan, 1979, a visually stunning romantic drama that captures the complexities of relationships in New York City. Despite its lasting impact and enduring popularity, Allen himself has expressed deep dissatisfaction with the film, calling it one of his biggest creative regrets. Allen's disappointment with Manhattan stems not from the performances or production quality, but from his perception of its overall execution. In a 2012 documentary about his life, Allen revealed that he was so disenchanted with the final cut that he begged United Artists, the studio behind the film, to scrap it entirely. He even offered to make another movie for free in its place. The studio, however, refused, and Manhattan was released to both critical and commercial success, receiving 2 Academy Award nominations and solidifying its place as one of Allen's most iconic films. Ironically, Manhattan is often celebrated for the very elements that Allen criticized. The film's black and white cinematography, paired with George Gershwin's sweeping score, has been praised as a masterful homage to the city Allen loves. Its sharp dialogue and nuanced exploration of flawed characters have resonated with audiences for decades. Yet, Allen's perfectionism and self-critical nature made it impossible for him to see the film as anything other than a missed opportunity. Despite his feelings about Manhattan, Allen's influence on modern cinema remains undeniable. His career, spanning over 6 decades, includes a remarkable array of films such as Annie Hall, Hannah and Her Sisters, and Blue Jasmine. These works showcase his ability to blend humor and pathos in ways few filmmakers can achieve. Allen's candid acknowledgement of his dissatisfaction with Manhattan offers a fascinating glimpse into the mind of an artist who is constantly striving for better. While audiences may view the film as a timeless classic, Allen's critique of his own work reflects the unrelenting drive for perfection that has defined his career. This tension between audience perception and personal dissatisfaction only deepens the mystique surrounding his artistic legacy. Katherine Heigl. Katherine Heigl, once one of Hollywood's rising stars, made headlines for her performance in the 2007 comedy Knocked Up. Starring alongside Seth Rogen, Heigl played Allison Scott, a career-driven journalist navigating an unplanned pregnancy with a man-child she barely knows. While the film was a commercial success and solidified Judd Apatow's reputation as a comedy powerhouse, it became a source of contention for Heigl, who publicly criticized its portrayal of women. In a now infamous 2008 interview with Vanity Fair, Heigl described Knocked Up as sexist, arguing that it painted women as uptight and humorless while allowing male characters to be lovable and goofy. She specifically took issue with how her character was written, feeling that Allison lacked depth and humanity. Her comments sparked a heated debate in Hollywood, with both director Apatow and co-star Rogen defending the film. They argued that the story was intended to critique male immaturity rather than demean women. Heigl's critique, while reflective of broader discussions about gender representation in media, had unintended consequences for her career. Her comments were perceived as ungrateful and sparked rumors that she was difficult to work with. This reputation followed her for years, making it harder for her to secure high-profile roles despite her undeniable talent. To Heigl's credit, she has since expressed regret over how she handled the situation. In interviews, she has clarified that her intention was never to disparage her collaborators but to advocate for more balanced storytelling. While the fallout from Knocked Up may have hindered her trajectory, Heigl has continued to work steadily, taking on roles in television hits like Grey's Anatomy and Firefly Lane, as well as exploring more nuanced characters in independent films. The Knocked Up controversy remains a defining moment in Heigl's career, symbolizing the delicate balance actors must navigate when speaking out about their work. Her willingness to voice her opinions, even at great personal cost, underscores her commitment to authenticity, a trait that has earned her both admirers and detractors. Today, Heigl stands as a testament to resilience, continually evolving as an artist while reflecting on the lessons learned from her most turbulent moments in Hollywood. Sandra Bullock. Sandra Bullock, often referred to as America's sweetheart, has long been celebrated for her versatility and charm, earning accolades for both comedic and dramatic roles. From her breakout performance in Speed to her Oscar-winning turn in The Blind Side, Bullock's career is a testament to her talent and likability. However, even a star of her caliber has had her share of regrets, and for Bullock, Speed 2, Cruise Control remains a notable misstep. Released in 1997, Speed 2 was the sequel to the immensely popular action film Speed. Unlike the original, which paired Bullock with Keanu Reeves in a high-stakes race against a bomb-laden bus, the sequel shifted its setting to a cruise ship and featured Jason Patric as Bullock's new co-star. The absence of Reeves, coupled with a lackluster plot, led to widespread criticism. With a dismal 3% score on Rotten Tomatoes, the film failed to recapture the magic of its predecessor and was a commercial disappointment. Bullock has never shied away from acknowledging her regret over the project. In interviews, she has joked about the film's absurd premise, even quipping that she was initially confused by the idea of a slow-moving ship as the central focus of an action movie. Reflecting on her career, Bullock has said that Speed 2 taught her to be more selective about sequels, famously stating, "I've done 2 sequels. They were horrible." Despite this rare blunder, Bullock's career has remained remarkably resilient. She went on to star in box office hits like Miss Congeniality, Gravity, and Bird Box, consistently proving her ability to connect with audiences. Her grounded approach to fame, coupled with her candidness about past mistakes, has only endeared her more to fans. Speed 2 serves as a reminder that even Hollywood royalty can stumble, but Bullock's openness about the experience highlights her humility and humor. In an industry where many prefer to gloss over their failures, her willingness to reflect on this chapter of her career underscores her relatability and enduring appeal. George Clooney. George Clooney, a name synonymous with charm and talent, is one of Hollywood's most revered actors. With acclaimed performances in films like Michael Clayton and Up in the Air, as well as a successful transition to directing, Clooney has built an enviable career. Yet, even this cinematic titan isn't immune to regrettable roles. For Clooney, Batman and Robin, 1997, remains a glaring blemish on an otherwise stellar filmography. Taking on the role of the Caped Crusader should have been a career-defining moment. Unfortunately, Batman and Robin, directed by Joel Schumacher, became infamous for its campy tone, excessive use of neon lighting, and cringeworthy dialogue. Clooney's portrayal of Bruce Wayne, complete with a much-maligned batsuit adorned with rubber nipples, was panned by critics and audiences alike. The film's failure was so significant that it derailed the Batman franchise for nearly a decade until Christopher Nolan's darker, grittier reboot in 2005. Clooney has been refreshingly candid about his disappointment with Batman and Robin. In interviews, he has joked that he might have killed the franchise and openly admitted that he took the role without fully understanding the script's direction. The experience, however, proved to be a valuable lesson, teaching Clooney the importance of choosing roles with care and seeking out meaningful, challenging projects. Far from being a career-ending disaster, Batman and Robin became a turning point for Clooney. He pivoted towards more critically acclaimed films, working with auteurs like the Coen brothers, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou, and Steven Soderbergh, Ocean's 11. His performance in Syriana earned him an Academy Award, and his directorial efforts, such as Good Night and Good Luck, showcased his depth as a storyteller. Looking back, Clooney's handling of Batman and Robin speaks volumes about his character. Rather than shy away from the film's failure, he embraced it as a learning experience, using the fallout to propel himself towards greater achievements. Today, he remains a beloved figure in Hollywood, celebrated not just for his talent, but also for his wit, self-awareness, and resilience in the face of missteps. Bill Murray. Bill Murray, a beloved comedic icon with a flair for blending humor and depth, has delivered countless unforgettable performances throughout his career. However, even Murray is not immune to regrettable decisions, and for him, Garfield, the movie stands out as a project he wishes he had avoided. What makes this case particularly unique is how Murray ended up in the film in the first place, a mix-up that he later described with his trademark wit. Murray signed on to voice the titular Orange Cat in this live-action/animated adaptation, believing the film's screenwriter, Joel Coen, was one half of the legendary Coen brothers, Fargo, No Country for Old Men. Only after committing did he realize it was a different Joel Coen, one with an entirely different approach to storytelling. Rather than a sharp, character-driven comedy, Garfield turned out to be a light, family-friendly affair that failed to impress critics or audiences. Despite his realization, Murray chose to honor his commitment, delivering a professional performance as the snarky, lasagna-loving cat. The film was widely panned, and Murray himself admitted it was a tough experience. However, he didn't let the ordeal pass without a laugh. In the 2009 film Zombieland, Murray famously parodied his involvement in Garfield, delivering the meta-joke, "Do you have any regrets?" His deadpan response? Garfield, maybe. Murray's self-deprecating humor about Garfield reflects his ability to turn even his mistakes into comedic gold. Over the years, he has proven time and again why he's a Hollywood favorite, with performances in films like Lost in Translation, Groundhog Day, and The Grand Budapest Hotel cementing his status as a master of his craft. While Garfield may not have been his finest moment, Murray's candor and charm have ensured it remains a quirky footnote in an otherwise illustrious career. Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey, known for his boundless energy and unparalleled comedic timing, has brought life to some of cinema's most iconic characters. From Ace Ventura to The Truman Show, Carrey has mastered the art of making audiences laugh while also evoking deep emotion. However, his role in Kick-Ass 2, 2013, led to a profound moral reckoning, marking a rare instance where Carrey publicly distanced himself from a project. In Kick-Ass 2, Carrey portrayed Colonel Stars and Stripes, a vigilante with a moral code in a world rife with over-the-top violence. Although the film continued the comic book-inspired chaos of its predecessor, Carrey's views on its violent content changed dramatically after the Sandy Hook Elementary School shooting in December 2012. The tragedy, which claimed the lives of 28 people, left a lasting impact on the actor. Just months before the film's release, Carrey took to Twitter to announce he could no longer support the movie, stating, "In all good conscience, I cannot support that level of violence." Carrey clarified that he was proud of the work he did on the film and did not intend to disparage his collaborators. However, his decision to speak out drew mixed reactions. While some applauded his stand, others criticized him for waiting until after the film was completed to voice his concerns. The controversy overshadowed the movie's release, but Carrey's sincerity in grappling with the ethics of violence in media was evident. This incident underscores the thoughtful side of Carrey, who has often used his platform to advocate for issues he's passionate about, from mental health awareness to gun control. While Kick-Ass 2 remains a polarizing chapter in his career, it's also a testament to Carey's willingness to evolve and reflect on the impact of his work. Carey's ability to balance his comedic brilliance with moments of introspection has made him one of the most compelling figures in Hollywood. His journey from slapstick superstar to thought-provoking artist reveals a depth that goes far beyond his signature grin, ensuring his legacy as a multifaceted entertainer who isn't afraid to take a stand. Bob Hoskins. Bob Hoskins, a revered British actor known for his powerful performances in films like Who Framed Roger Rabbit and Mona Lisa, brought a commanding presence to every role he played. However, even an actor of his caliber could not salvage the infamous Super Mario Bros. 1993, a movie he later described as one of the worst experiences of his career. Based on the popular Nintendo video game series, Super Mario Bros. Was envisioned as a groundbreaking live-action adaptation. Hoskins was cast as Mario, the cheerful plumber-turned-hero, alongside John Leguizamo as Luigi. Unfortunately, what should have been a lighthearted adventure became a chaotic production plagued by mismanagement and creative conflicts. Directed by the husband and wife team of Rocky Morton and Annabelle Jankel, the film's tone veered wildly between whimsical and dark, resulting in a final product that felt incoherent and alienated both fans and critics. Hoskins was outspoken about his disdain for the film, calling it an effing nightmare in a candid interview with The Guardian. He attributed much of the chaos to the directors, whom he described as arrogant and lacking in talent. The set was reportedly so tense that even the director's own agent urged them to leave. To cope with the grueling shoot, Hoskins and Leguizamo resorted to drinking between takes, trying to lighten the mood of an otherwise miserable experience. The movie was a critical and commercial disaster, earning a mere 15% on Rotten Tomatoes and failing to recoup its budget. Fans of the video game series were particularly disappointed by the bizarre liberties the film took with the source material, from dystopian settings to its oddly grotesque depiction of familiar characters. Despite its cult status today, Super Mario Bros. Remains a cautionary tale about the challenges of adapting beloved games to the big screen. For Hoskins, the experience was a rare blemish on a career filled with triumphs. His ability to effortlessly shift between gritty dramas and family-friendly fare made him one of the most versatile actors of his generation. While Super Mario Bros. May not have showcased his talents, Hoskins' honesty about the ordeal only endeared him more to fans, highlighting his down-to-earth personality. Bob Hoskins passed away in 2014 at the age of 71, but his legacy endures through his exceptional body of work. His candid reflections on Super Mario Bros. Serve as a reminder that even the most accomplished artists occasionally face missteps, yet their careers are ultimately defined by their resilience and the brilliance of their craft. Even the most talented and beloved actors have their moments of regret, as these examples vividly show. Whether it's due to creative disagreements, moral conflicts, or simply being part of a poorly executed project, these experiences remind us that the journey to greatness isn't always smooth. Yet, these stars have turned their mistakes into lessons, showing resilience, humor, and growth. Which actors' regrets surprised you the most? Do you agree with their assessments, or do you think their films deserve a second chance? We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and share it with your friends. To stay updated on more fascinating stories about famous personalities, make sure to subscribe to The Famous People. Your support helps us bring you more exciting content every week. Thank you for being a part of our community.